So, looking for a girl in whatever situation you're in is kind of what we want to cover in this one. It's this big question that you have to ask yourself, depending on where you are, what you're looking for at the time. Uh, who you're with. And the best part about this is, like, it's a lot of fun for guys like us. If you're just going out to find a girl to get laid tonight, the whole circumstances are completely different if you're looking for your next wife. So, and our experience is limited to where we are, but it's this awesome game that we play. You go out and if you're looking for a one night stand that might blossom, that's a totally different circumstances than if you're trying to get on Match.com and find your next wife. And you go out to the bars, and your first instinct should be to just have a bunch of fun. Really, if you're not having fun, first of all, you're not going to attract any kind of girls at all. So you go out, you try to have fun, and you meet girls along the way who should be attracted to your personality type in the first place. Because if they're not attracted to your personality type at all, then there's not going to be compatibility, and there's nowhere to go from there. But in a few years of college and post-college experience, you get to see like this crazy myriad of attitudes that come out, and there's so many girls that go out just like, oh my god, it's girls' night. We're just gonna have fun. No guys. We just wanna dance. We're just gonna dance, and there's no guys. Because dudes don't do that. We all get together. We all get in a circle like a football team. We all get in a football team. We put our hands together. Pussy 1, 2, 3. Pussy. It's this huge gradient that you have to understand. And the best part is that women don't stick to their guns the way men do. Like, if I go home and I don't get laid, I'm gonna punch a hole through a wall, as I have before. And if women go home by themselves, they eat pizza and sleep like a goddamn baby. And I'm definitely jealous of that aspect of that. Because I wake up with the $200 hotel bill, and they wake up going, oh my god, do you remember that guy that was creepy and hitting on me all night?
No, I agree. I think, you pretty much just said it all. It's like, you find that when you go out and you meet people in general, you can filter out the people that aren't having fun. And that's a good thing to do, because immediately you see, alright, these people aren't going to be a good time. You find the people that are having fun. Not only that, you find the women that are having fun, and you go, okay, this has potential. This has potential, and I can take this somewhere. Because to me, when you're out having fun, that means that you've said to yourself, I'm going to not give a fuck about what other people are thinking about me right now. And I'm going to not limit my experience here. And I'm going to be open to meeting other people. So that's already you're in right there. And once you recognize that, and you can say, hey, this person's fun. Let's fucking start poking at them and see what they got.
You should definitely test. You should definitely test them for beyond that. It's difficult. Like, the hardest part as a guy for me is it's so easy to get blinded by some girl's attraction. It's like, how many times have you seen? Okay, this is an honest question you should ask yourself. How many times have you seen the hottest girl in the bar, and she's holding a drink, not doing shit?
Yeah,
she's not even dancing. No. She's talking to chodes who come up and say hey and buy her another drink for when she shoots him down and the next chode comes up and says hi to her. Yeah. That's not a fun bitch.
Not only is she not fun, she might not even be that good in bed, because all of the dudes she's been with nut in the first 3 seconds and then go home.
she's living a passive life for
Yeah.
sure. When you get that much shit handed to you for free, you just start taking it for granted. So I'm not saying like, okay, actually, I'm gonna go the other direction on this. You shouldn't. If you see that hot girl in the bar with chodes coming up and buying her drinks and just chatting, that's like the perfect opportunity to come up and say something really stupid or act really fucking weird and throw her off, because she might just be looking for someone to introduce or interject some crazy something else into her life.
I would also suggest too, if you see some girl just standing there and she's super pretty, but she's just standing there, you should be like, you're probably fucking boring as fuck. If anything, look for the girls who are dancing, having a good ass fucking time, not giving a fuck. That's who you should go and say what's up to, because they might be willing to fucking interact with you. And then from that point on, you have a great fucking night.
The best part is there's sexy girls doing both. You just can't, like, don't get fixed on one. And shit, dude, the bars around here are small enough. It's easy to just like see, oh my god, that girl's so hot. I want to go talk to her.
I want to put my penis in that. It really what it boils down to is filtering is key. And if you don't have a filter, that means you need more experience. You need to get out there and run into as many people as you can and figure out, okay, I'm not having fun with this person. That's what you should ask yourself. Am I having fun with this person?
They're not adding any value to my life.
If you're not, if the answer is no, move on to the next person. Am I having fun with this person? No. Okay, move on to the next person. Until you finally answer, am I having fun with this person? Yes. See where that goes. Start filtering them out by saying whatever it is that you normally say with all your friends. And if they respond with, that was funny, fucking you got a winner.
Dude, Tucker Max actually tackled this really well. I'm going to forward you those podcasts. I don't know which one it was specifically, but he tackled this well in that the bars are a real-life social version of Tinder. If you sit here and think about it for a minute, you see your options in front of you, and you can swipe left on all the ones that swipe left immediately, and then you can swipe right on all the ones immediately, and you can see all the intermediate ones, but you got to go up and you got to drop your one line. The best part about the bars is they're not going to swipe left on you immediately and never talk to you. You can still go up and say some dumb shit and see if you can spark their interest. So the bars are an enhanced version of Tinder. And if you treat it that way, it's gonna feed back to you the same way. So if you see that super hot girl who's probably going to swipe left on you, you still have an in. Because fortunately, women don't have that completely superficial lens that men look through that we take for granted. But
well, it's about charisma. If you're having fun and you show that you're having fun, and suddenly you're interacting with even the hottest bitch in the bar, if she doesn't recognize, okay, this guy's got a ton of charisma and he doesn't give a fuck about what's going on, she'll understand, okay, maybe this guy's got something that I don't understand, and she'll be more willing to open up to you. But the point should not be to try to get people to open up to you. It should be you, and you find people who you connect with because you are you.
One thing that I like about Dante's podcast also is, one of Dante's rules is
Consistently inconsistent.
Women become a reflection of the man they are fucking. Because they have no personality anyways, they want to latch onto your personality inherently. It's built into them. They find a guy of high value and they mimic them. That's in them somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's as soon as they see a group of guys or you personally having an awesome time, going out, having fun, they want to inherently be a part of that. So if you can this is where the Tinder analogy comes in. If you can introduce that into their lives by coming up to them and saying something stupid or forcing them into some dumb game that you're playing with your friends. We play this awesome game with clothespins, and you go up. This is great. You go up. You buy like a pack of 50 clothespins. It costs less than $1, and you say, "Hey, take this clothespin and go put it on a stranger without getting caught. You've immediately introduced a premise that's entertaining and fun for her and her friends, and you're interacting with her already, and she's having fun. She's going to associate that with you. You guys already have something to click on. You're in. You're immediately in. And girls, just they're there to have fun. They're looking for something to do. If she's standing there getting drinks fed to her, she is bored. She's bored. These guys are not entertaining her. They're saying their own. They've got 12 canned lines the way every other dude has. So you come in with your shit and you try to introduce some action and fun.
Dudes want to have sex. Women want to have fun. One of my buddies told me, and this is probably a very definitive point. When let's say you're with a girl and you break up. As a dude, you're thinking about, oh fuck, she's getting fucked by just fucking monsters, right? Like you're getting jealous over you're fucking spending your day worrying about what dude she's fucking. The girl is going, he's having fun without me. He's fucking having a good time without. She's waiting for the Facebook pictures of you out having fun without. You're on a canoe trip with your buddies, whatever. She's upset because you are having fun without her. It's the very most primitive premise of a relationship that you can develop with a female counterpart.
It boils down to just like, okay, they don't know how to have fun. They know how to join the fun. So if you can introduce the fun, then you're immediately adding value. Which is why men don't have to be good looking to get attracted to women.
Not only do they not have to be good looking, they don't have to have a lot of money. They don't have to have
a sexy car.
They don't have to have really anything other than their charisma. Just that charisma itself. Why do you think someone like Donald Trump can become president? It's because
and have Ivanka as his wife.
He's got charisma. It's all about charisma. Why do you think some of the dumbest motherfuckers are the most looked up to? It's because they sit there and they were confident. It's to me it's the leftover primitive primate mentality of which monkey is the most loud and verbose and craziest.
Here's a smaller example. Why do you think every single bitch's Tinder profile picture is her skydiving? Because she's having a fucking blast.
She's trying to show that she's
having fun.
Is fun. But you know why she went skydiving? Because some dude took her skydiving.
Yeah. Because he said, hey, I have $400 that I don't need in my pocket anymore, and I want you to like me. So here we go. I'm going to take you and jump out of an airplane.
Let's go jump out of an airplane. Yeah, why not?
You should take that story all the way to the bank.
It's such a dichotomy where we see these two different roles of someone who has had everything handed to them, usually the women, because they're pretty or whatever it is. I mean, think about it. If you're, I was having this conversation with this girl that I've kind of been seeing, and I told her, you know why women suck with navigation? It's because they've never had to fucking navigate. The reason why is because they've been picked up by dudes their whole lives. The dude had to think preemptively, okay, where are we going to dinner? I need to figure that out. Not only do I need to figure out where dinner is, I need to figure out where this girl lives. I need to go and pick her up and take her to dinner and then drop her back off at home. Girls never had to sit there and think, where's a good place to go to dinner? Only until recently did they get their independence and have to think like that. So
they still don't want to do that.
No, it's a funny stigma, and we think it's a sexist thing. It has nothing to do with a sexist thing. It's literally just something that's been handed down through generations of people, and at this point in time, it still rings true is slowly evaporating, but that's the point, is that women have been kept at this
they're holding like a social position.
Yeah, that's a good way a position of they don't have to think about where the fun is so long as they're pretty and they look good. And men have to go, all right, I need to think about
all right,
where it is we're going to go and have fun.
This is good. So let me see here. So there's more occasions than not where women are way more obsessed with the stories that are involved with the dates than the dates that they're on, as far as the looks of the guy is concerned. They're not going to go home. They're going to show their friends what you look like. But if they come home and say, oh my God, he took me to this, we went paintballing one day, and then he took me to this.
He shot me in the eye.
We had this awesome time, and I went to this really goofy little, like, we played Cards Against Humanity at this goofy little bar, and we went to like a photo booth. Like, they're not going to fawn over your looks nearly as much as like, oh my God, that sounds so much fun. They're going to get over your looks like immediately.
Tom Segura does a great bit on this where he says, you know, women are looking for the craziness. You know, they want to call up their friend the next day and say, yeah, he dragged me by my hair into the bathroom and dipped my head into the toilet and then made me sing show tunes while he ate my asshole. Like, that's a story. You know, her girlfriend is going, what's his name? She's like, fuck you. I'm not telling you his name. I'm not telling you his name. Like, that's a key ingredient into how you can be entertaining and fun. And once again, to bring it back full circle, you want to be able to filter out the women that aren't having fun and aren't open to it, and turn that into who is having fun, who's open to it, and you find that, and then you go, all right, I'm gonna make this bitch have even more fun.
We also don't want to find a girl who's completely, entirely content on just being spoon-fed everything else. You don't like. It's gonna get exhausting, man. There's too many other women. My favorite expression to every single dude out there, single dudes who lost a whatever girl that you're sleeping with, or someone who just got out of a relationship. There's always another bitch. There's always another bitch out there who is going to fill the void in wherever fucked up crevice you have inside of you. You just got to go out, and they're there, man. They're looking for you too, because these women are just as clueless, and they're more clueless than we are. They're not actually looking. They just go out and present themselves, and the men are the ones who go out and do the looking. And then we go, hey, we're these slimy car dealers. It's like, hey, I got this, and this. And they go, I don't know. I could do this, and this. And you go, nah, this bitch has got heated seats. She goes, ooh. And then she's going to take her car to her friends and go, this bitch has heated seats. And her friends are going to go, ooh.
Oh, shit. I think a good indication of of a good connection that you'll make is when you are yourself. So just like we're having this interaction, you're my buddy, we're guys, we do guy shit, I say dumb guy shit, I will say the dumbest shit to these women with the intent of seeing the reaction. And based off of that reaction, I'll be able to judge she won't last a second, or this bitch can hang.
There's got to be some forward thinking for sure.
Yeah.
If you change who you are too much to try and get a girl in bed, dude, I'm just as guilty. I'm just as guilty.
Done, though.
But
you're done.
What I'm saying is, I'm just as guilty as every other guy. I've changed my personality 360 degrees to try and appease some girl just to sleep, and I slept with them. I slept with them, but
did it last?
Fuck no, it didn't.
Never.
Because as soon as naturally, I say dumb shit. I don't think about it anymore. I just spout garbage out.
Right.
It might be socially entirely unacceptable.
So you may even get the sex that night, but the overall product is it's not sustainable. It's something that you look back on and you're like, what? Why was I trying so hard?
That's what we should. I mean, we should focus on that here. Is like, you gotta stand there in your drunken stupor and realize, like, all right, how much of myself am I willing to sacrifice to fuck this girl tonight?
Sure, and you're right. If you really want to just bang one out, fucking sacrifice it all, man.
Dude, if you're a bleeding...
Tell them you're a pilot and you fucking fly fighter jets or whatever you gotta say. Sure, why not?
Just to get laid.
But if you're trying to make something sustainable and last a little longer, be yourself. Tell these bitches, hey, I'm gonna say a bunch of dumb shit and you're gonna fucking like it. And if you don't fucking like it, fuck you.
So, as far as like one night stands are concerned, your personality is going to be as fluid as possible. If you go up and talk to this girl and realize that she is materialistic as fuck, God forbid you live in one of these cities that just obsesses about materialism and glam and bling and bullshit, then dude, fuck, you are Quentin Tarantino. That's who you are tonight, because they don't know what Quentin Tarantino looks like because they're dumb bitches. They're going to be in your next movie. You might as well. You could be a Donald Trump supporting gun-toting motherfucker who has never seen The Hateful Eight. But that's who you are tonight, because you're just trying to get laid. Sure. So that means you sacrificed 100% of your personality to get laid. And fucking good for you, because she's going to learn the hard way that dudes are fucks just to get what they want.
Sure.
But, dude, it's just going to be that one night. And if that's all you're looking for, then cool.
Yeah.
But it's going to be this... Then, I mean, if you want to think one or two steps ahead, it's like, I got to deal with getting rid of this bitch later. Then you got to understand that too.
I had an interesting interaction with my buddy's girlfriend. So I visited my buddy out in Idaho Falls. And he even forewarned me, hey, this girl, you can't say faggot around her. And I was like, challenge accepted. Because that's what's going to happen. The first interaction I have with her, we go to the sandwich spot. I get out of the car. She gets out of her car. She walks over, meets me and my buddy. And one of the first interactions I have with her is I'm wearing gloves because it's cold outside. And I take my glove off, I shake her hand, and I go, it's interesting. I take my glove off, and I did that a couple times with some of my other friends, and I realized, sometimes I don't take my glove off, and sometimes it's a different ethnicity that I don't take my glove off for. I was like, is that racist? And that was like my introduction to her. And so I could tell by the look on her face, she was like, what's going on? What's happening here? And so I'm kind of feeling out, okay, what's going to really piss this bitch off? I'm trying to piss this bitch off at this point.
Dude, the best part about this is you're not expecting to get laid, so you have no reason reason to sacrifice your personality.
Got no horse in the race.
Yeah.
No horse in the race.
Your buddy's not going to get pissed off like to the point of losing your friendship. He's going to... But whatever.
So I'm pushing the buttons. So we end up on a conversation where she starts going off on, oh, I have gay friends, and, well, they like to call me blank hag. And my buddy's like, what? They call you something hag? And I was like, you mean... She's like, well, I can't say it. And I was like, what can't you say? She's like, well, I don't want to say it. And I was like, faggot? And so there it is. Boom. I fucking say faggot in front of her. And immediately I go... This is funny because here's this person who initially was probably such a proponent in like gay rights movement and all this stuff, and that's great. I have no problem with gay people either. I don't give a fuck. I'm just testing this person because in my mind, if you're going to be with my friend, you got to be able to fucking deal with the cards that I got to put down. And so this boils down to what we were initially talking about, is like you have to be able to have fun. And to be able to have fun, you have to be able to joke. You have to be able to laugh about certain things. Eventually, she came around. So I was like, by the end of it, I was like, okay, you know what? This girl might not be as terrible as I initially thought. But to have that initial premise of like, oh, I'm gonna be stuck up if you say this type of stuff. It's like, get that fucking shit out of here. I'm going to weed that fucking shit out. And if you can't handle it, I'm definitely not going to get along with you.
Man, if you're willing to bend at the whim of just some stranger initially, dude, you're gonna bend so much harder down the line too.
It's gonna be bad.
And the farther you bend, the more miserable you get.
You're gonna be sad.
If you can, here's like an ideal situation beyond one night stand. Like the whole one night stand thing is like that's such an easy answer to me. It's just, dude, if you're just looking to fuck tonight and never talk to her again, just be a goddamn pilot in the Navy.
Yeah.
You're going to Mars next week.
Say you're Brad Pitt's cousin. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck it. Your personality is completely bunk. It doesn't matter. But on the other side of the coin, if you can shoot as straight of an arrow as possible and still hook up with a girl, that is an ideal situation, which will last.
Shooting straight in an arrow meaning
you be yourself entirely. Yeah. And this girl still is just like, all right, like this guy, I get it. I like this guy, which we'll roll off that in a minute. I'm gonna roll with this guy because like we click, and this is who he is. No matter how good you are at lying or not, I'm gonna go with him. And the one night stand it's not even a question at this point. You've got her. So, but that's more important down the line because you're not gonna have to bend later on because she knows what she's getting into. But there is also some value to be said in. There's some value to be said in like you should still be yourself to a degree because women can smell a liar from a mile away if you're sitting there just like blatantly bullshitting to try and get somewhere. And you have to be careful on how much you deploy that because there's like I said this and then he changed his opinion on this statement. They know what's going on. They're just gonna go find someone who doesn't bend to some goofy will. If they start saying like, oh well, I mean, I kind of believe in this, and you go, well, yeah, like that sounds right to me, and you contradict yourself. It's like this guy's a faggot.
I honestly think
fuck this guy.
I honestly think women subconsciously do that kind of testing. Subconsciously, like they don't even realize they're doing it. And so as a man, you have to say like, I'm gonna be myself this whole time, and if they try to bend my will and bend who I am, I'm just gonna fucking stick to who I am. And if they don't like me at the end of the day, fuck them, dude. Move on.
That's the best way. So where you and I stand right now, 25, 26 years old, that's kind of like where we're at. I would so much rather just go into it and I'm just going to be myself and fuck you if you don't get it.
It's so much. One, it's way easier. It's way easier to meet people that you like. And two, you're not lying. You're not lying to yourself. You're not lying to anybody else. And you don't have this. To me, life is about compartmentalizing, and you're not creating a facade. Therefore, you're not creating this compartment that is a facade. No, you're just yourself, and so you can have this fluid stream of consciousness that is you, such that whenever you talk to anyone, including new people, you're not lying at all.
Dude, there's so much mental effort that's put into like, oh, this person's calling me, so hold on, I need to become this person. Mm-hmm. Hold on, pause, become this other person, answer the phone. Yep. Dude,
cut that shit out.
You know what?
Immediately.
But here's the thing, dude. I did that for years, man. That was me. It's like, oh, I met this girl under these pretenses, so I need to become this person when I'm interacting with them. So let me just become that person. And then worlds collide when you try and introduce this girl to your friends or whatever. It's like, I'm trying to be this person, but I still have to be me around my friends. Dude, it's exhausting. It's fucking miserable.
It's terrible.
And eventually the sex it's not worth the effort anymore, and then shit trails off.
Well, either the sex isn't worth it, or your friends start to go, dude,
you're being a faggot right now.
Yeah, you're being such a faggot. Like, when I hang out with you and you're around this person, I don't fucking like you because you change who you are. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, dude, that shit comes from both sides of the aisle, though.
Yeah.
If you change who you are to appease a woman, she's not going to respect you. And if you change who you are to appease your bros, then they're not going to respect you. So, I mean, between the one-night stand, like, I still maintain where I sit right now. I maintain that the best way for you to maintain, like, the highest level of happiness is to be yourself to the fullest degree, unapologetically, and win and lose with the cards that you're given. Seriously, dude, if you're nerd to the highest degree, then fucking work it to the highest degree.
Hell yeah.
But if, you be a square, you be a punk, whatever, because if they're not going to click with you, then someone's not going to respect you. And if you're not getting respect from one side or the other, then, I mean, you gotta be willing to take the losses that are associated with that.
Absolutely.
I mean, but I think right now, as far as like we stand, it's the medium term relationship thing is the most appealing to me. I'm not looking to just, dude, I can get a one night stand tonight. If we left right now, I can get a one night stand.
Sure.
There's bitches out there looking for it. I could get it. I'm gonna go be a Navy pilot, like we said tonight. I'm going to Mars, dude.
Yeah, it's exhausting though.
But I don't want to do that, man. It's like I've played that game already. Sure. And you know what? Actually,
I think it's good to do it. I think it's good to do it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
it's a good exercise.
I actually recommend that everybody go out when you're 21 to like 23.
Doesn't matter about age, regardless of age.
Yeah, and when you're young, when you have the resources to just blow on it, when you're single, just
doesn't matter. Go feed some bitch a bunch of drinks and feed her a bunch of lies too, and see what we're talking about.
Watch what goes in and watch what comes out.
Just see what we're talking about. Just fucking go and say, yeah, fucking make 6-figure salary and I got my own place. Even if you're living at your parents' house, just be like, yeah, I got some fucking tenants that live upstairs. They're a bunch of faggots. Just fucking go out and say the dumbest shit to get laid, and you'll see. You'll fucking see. Maybe you've already done it, but you'll see. And then you'll realize, God, that is exhausting.
Hey, man, some of the most fun I've ever had in my life was doing just that.
Yeah,
and
it's silly.
Dude, it's so much fun. It is silly. I mean, it's like you come out with these amazing stories, but then you're still left empty-handed. It's so much fun going in and coming out, but then you're just like, all right, next. And then it's just a question of how often can I say next.
Just still though, you can still have just as much fun being you, just like we went out the other night and this bitch was staring at your ass, and we were just being silly. We picked up a fucking glove, and just toted it around, asking, "Is this your glove?" And people were like, "No," and then we'd put it on and then rub it in their face. It's like, that's the funniest shit that I've ever fucking seen, and we were just totally being ourselves. This nigga right here still got laid.
Dude, it still finds a way to work itself out. Like, if you can just unapologetically have fun. And here's the best part about it, man. If you can go out with the intention of having fun, here's the worst case scenario. You had a night of fun. Best case scenario, you had a night of fun and you got laid with a cool bitch.
And not even get laid. It's just you met other people and now you have new contacts.
Yeah, man.
Sure, whatever. Whatever you want to tell yourself. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to figure out who it is that you're interested in, and that requires you to set up a filter, and that filter is really more of a reflection of who you are and what your goals and values are.
I was hoping you'd say that. That's like you hit it right on the head. it's perfect because that's how you're gonna find someone that's just like, yeah, like, I'm gonna have fun, and you're welcome to join me.
Yes.
Hopefully, you can find someone else who can do that, men or women. First of all, if your bros, bitches aside, if your bros aren't willing to have fun at the same level that you are, why are you hanging out with them? It's like, oh, because we're friends, because we were roommates in freshman year college, and
shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you're having fun by
shut the fuck
association.
Up. Just stop kidding yourself.
It's not even it.
Stop kidding yourself.
Yeah, man.
I get it. Well, maybe not, but fuck it. Good luck, and fucking have fun hunting.